Hi, I'm Penny, this is Penelope's Pitstop, and this is issue 23, assembling the right shoulder joint. So welcome to stage 23. As always, let's do a parts check. We have the right shoulder joint, 23.1. 23.2 is the right shoulder joint inner, and stage 3 is 3 PM 3x6mm screws. Now these are the parts, these are the screws. We will also need a crosshead screwdriver. And we will need the shoulder joint assembly from stage 21, which is this beautiful little piece. Looks a bit like the bat signal, doesn't it? Do you think, or is that just me being daft? And we will also need the shoulder part from stage 22, which is this piece. So, stage 1, take the right shoulder assembly from stage 21 with the black fittings inserted, and the shoulder part from stage 22. So that's these two pieces, and the orientation they have them for some reason is this, and that takes us on to stage step 2. Fit the inner part of the right shoulder joint 23.1 into the shoulder part 22.1. Ensure the teeth around the outer edge of part 23.1 fit into the recesses in 22.1. So this is 23.1 and it's going this way, and that goes into here, and I can see straight away there's some teeth along there and there's some little lines there, so that's going to go into there like so. So let's have a look at step 3 for the orientation. Note that the orientation of the parts ensure that the 3 screw holes in part 22.1 are arranged as shown, with the raised screw sockets in part 23.1 vertically aligned. These parts may slip out of place from time to time, so check back to this diagram to realign them if necessary. Mark with a pencil to add the correct orientation. So let's have a look at the magazine. So we have, right, so these ones, let me turn the light off a second, that's got too much bounce. So can you see this shape here is the same shape as this one, near enough, as in it's a square with a little bit cut out, whereas this is only 3 sides of a square pretty much. So this piece at the top, and you know which way to have it round, because these 2 screws need to be on the right, and that leaves this one on the left in the middle, and then this piece will have 4 screw holes, but can you see that the top and the bottom one have got like it's like a built-in washer. It's got like you placed a washer on them. So having the orientation like this, we want what I'm going to call the washer holes. Can you see them? They're raised. They're going to go straight up and down. So I've got my finger underneath so that it doesn't get stuck in the holes, and that looks like the correct orientation. Okay, so let me turn my light back on, and then we can look at step 4. So turn parts 22.1, 23.1 over and take the shoulder assembly from stage 21. Align the holes from the base of part 21.1 with the holes in part 23.1 as indicated by the arrows. So we're going to take this, and that's going to go right. So now I can see these little, on this side they're raised, but on this side they're recessed. and the actual screw holes, the two larger holes, are going to go into the recess, and these other two holes, they are just simply lining up pegs. So that's going to go in like that. So holding this, looking at step 5, from behind, fix the shoulder part 22-1 in place from the inside of part 23-1 using 2 PM 3x6mm screws. So I'm going to have to let go of that. So we need to get our screws out. We only need 2, but they do supply us with a spare, and I think I'm going to need a larger screwdriver head because they do look quite large screws. So let's go for a size 0 head. Possibly, no, let's go for size 1 head. Now that's too large. So I'm going for posi head 0. Now that's too large as well. Now that does fit fine. So this is a PZ0. So let's put my screwdriver bits away. I've learnt the hard way, always put your lid on your bits as soon as possible. The reason being is if you drop your box of screws, you're going to lose them. Right, so I'm actually not, I can see there's movement there, so I'm not actually going to worry about the orientation. I'm just going to concentrate on fixing this in, and then once I've fixed it, then I'll sort the orientation out. So let's screw the first one in. As always, we just get it into place. You see there, just so it's fixed. There's a lot more screwing to do there, but that's we'll focus on that a bit later. And then we'll pop the second screw in, and this one can now go in further than the first one. You know what, I think I was right with the larger head. I'm so sorry guys. I have mentioned in another video, this is a new screwdriver set for me, and you find you have to get used to the bits, and after a while, yeah, that's definitely, I think that's completely the wrong head actually, so I do apologise. Let's go for this one, and this isn't even a posi head. That's a bit better. So yeah, you do, you know, I found with the old screwdriver, I could look at a screw and I could just go straight into the screwdriver head that I wanted. There we go. So now I'm really tight and there's no movement there. So now that I've got these on, I can now get that into the correct orientation. So you've got the 2 screw holes on the right, 1 on the left, and then you've got the screws going straight up and down. So that is stage complete. The shoulder joint has been assembled. At this stage the assembly is not firmly fixed, but the shoulder part 21-1 will be secured at a later stage. Part 23-2 will be fitted in a future issue. So there they are side to side, and I'm just trying to get that roughly in the orientation the magazine has got, and then there should be the picture from the magazine. In fact, it's actually more like that. So there you go guys, that is issue 23 completed, and what a fine issue that was. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.